Hi everybody, it's me, Erebus Ignis, and welcome to episode 5 of For the Kingdom. So in the last episode, I asked some of you guys to name for me, what our dog's going to be called. And we're going to need some names for some other things eventually as well, but I've realised that we don't actually have any name tags. Now the best, I'm going to have to get out of these cows first. Probably not the best thing to be holding is some beef in one hand. What we asked was for you guys to name us the dog, and one guy, Cheeky Monkey, his name, I believe it was, has named our dog Zeus. So we will be naming him, hopefully in this episode, but that's what his name is going to be. His name was actually Cheeky Wee Man, not Cheeky Monkey. Sorry, guy, I won't get that wrong again. Now, the easiest way for us to get name tags is by trading with villagers. Now, we don't actually have any villager shops at the moment because all of our villagers are currently, like most of us are at the moment, in lockdown. And yeah, but it's for their own safety, as I'm sure you're aware. So what we're going to do in this episode, we're going to build the library, which is going to be over here. As you can see, I've laid out the foundations for it anyway, and that's the best way to start any building, is a good strong foundations like we've got there. We've got quite a lot to do actually in this episode. One of those things as well is we are going to hopefully build an iron farm as well, because we need a lot of iron for some of those redstone contraptions that we are going to do later in the series. The other thing we're going to do, in fact, that's the next thing we're going to do now, is off camera, we have finally found all the stuff to help Greg, poor Greg, who lives in the basement, who is currently not feeling too tremendous because he is a zombie. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the best at making potions. This will actually be one of the very first potions I've ever made. Oh, we need some sort of powder to go in there, don't we? Or, oh, do we need blaze powder? Oh, we need blaze powder. We haven't gone to the nether. So, we won't be healing Greg just yet, apparently. Poor Greg. But on the upside, at least you're going to get a name, aren't you, Zeus? Yep. There you go. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to go and collect the resources I need for doing the library over there, and unfortunately that is going to include the wholesale murder of cows. So let's crack on with that. So now we've completed that that murder of the cows. We have left ourselves enough to rebreed them again, but in the meantime, we got meat for days. Look at all that. I suppose I've just got to tell myself that it's all for the greater good. 15 bookshelves. While we were getting our resources for doing the library here, we did come across a witch, a witch's hut, and well, let me show you what we did to her. It's like some kind of Vietnam action here, sneaking up on a witch hut. Where is she? God, are we in the trenches now? Look at that. There's a cat. I wonder if I can kill that cat, actually. I've got some fish. Yeah, we win. So guys, as you can see, we dealt with that witch pretty swiftly. Probably dealt with her a bit more swifter if I'd had this new sword on me. So this is my new diamond sword, first diamond sword that I've created in this world. If you guys could leave a name for it down in the comments, what do you think we should call it? But it looks like it's going to taste its first blood, as we've just been... we've got a load of pillagers over there, so let's go deal with that before... Well, that didn't go at all how I wanted it to. Let's sleep and then we'll get on with the time lapse. Bada bim, bada boom, and we're all done. Although the inside of the building at the moment does look a bit of a mess. As you can see, it's a hollow shell at the moment, but we are gonna get it all decorated. So just after I've dealt with this rude dude that's currently occupying downstairs, with the power of editing. Oh, that was a rubbish shot. With the power of editing, we will skip to when this has now been decorated. Yeah. And you join me outside the front of the building, guys. We've got it done. If I'm honest, I was hoping for this to take me, hop on, get it done, do the time lapse, finished. But this has actually taken me days. Now, I'm going to give you a quick sort of tour around. Not in my normal fashion, because if I'm honest, there's only really two interesting looking sides of the building. But I'll explain that in just a moment. But there you go. It's actually turned into one of my favourite builds, to be honest. I spent a lot of time in my test world testing it out, but if we just have a look around the side here, you'll see what I mean. There you go, there's quite a big, flat, ugly surface. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more buildings onto the side of that, and that's why that is, because it's going to sort of butt up against it. But let's have a look what you came here for, which is the inside. There we go, just close those and have a look in. There you go. And as you can see, we've kitted out, we've got ourselves these two villagers, and yeah, there are new employees. Hello. And yeah, there you go. I really like the way this has come together. We've blocked off for the upstairs because we have run out of bookcases again, despite all of the murder of the cows. But I tried this with the floor as well, which is I've never thought about blending different patterns of the glazed terracotta, and but I really like it, and we might try something a bit different and cut out this whole area and just make it one big sort of 5x5 one. See if I can work out how to do that. Now, we do have a couple of things that we have to discuss. We need names for these two employees, because everybody in this world is going to get a name. We also need a name for the shop, because to be honest, I can't think of what to call it. So just to recap, we need names for the employees, names for the shop, and a name for our diamond sword. So there's a lot of stuff to name in this episode. So yeah, drop it down in a comment and give me your ideas. That'd be fantastic, and I'll pick them next week. Speaking of names, let's name Zeus. There you go, little guy. One for you. And you go. Do you like your new name? Yes, you do. And it's getting dark, so do you want a bit of steak? And then we'll go to bed, because in the morning we've got a lot of stuff to do still. We've still got to build that iron farm. So, yeah, I'll just have a quick nap and we'll get on with that. Okay, guys, so the easy bit of the iron farm's now done, and that's the actual building of the thing itself. If you want to build an iron farm like this yourself, I actually got the design from Waddle's channel. If you haven't checked out his stuff already, that's Waddle's, spelled with T's and not D's. Check his stuff out. He releases daily Minecraft content, and I think he's fantastic. The design I've got is pretty similar. It's basically the same thing, except for I've tried to do it underground. Oh, hang on a second, just trying to get these villagers into this boat. Come on, one of you get in there. There we go. Oh, not two of you. Anyway, so we're just going to try and, without alerting the golems to the fact that I've just injured a villager, we're going to try and get another villager in here. But yeah, as I say, check out Waddle's channel. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to skip to where I've actually got the villager in a boat. Okay, so it should be all smooth sailing from here, he says. Yeah, it's not the fastest way to transport villagers, but it definitely is the most assured way of transporting villagers around. So I haven't shown you the building of the iron farm, just because it's inside a cave. It's a bit cramped, and it's kind of hard for me to show you a time lapse of me building it. And I've already given you one time lapse today, and I don't want to wear you out of time lapses. But we're just going to get this villager over here, get him to his new home. They're going to be the new employees of the mine. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be naming these because, well, they're not really going to be seen very often. But it'll be a good place for me to now AFK, get that iron that we so desperately need for our future things. Okay, right, let's see. Is he going to do what he's told? Come on. Come on, there we go. Alright. Follow me. This way. Is he coming? Obviously, I know that villagers won't actually follow you, but there's a barrel up here, and they usually sort of lock onto it, because I have moved a couple of villagers already, but they usually lock onto it and then walk up here themselves. Unlike what this one's doing, who's just kind of doing his own thing. He's like, nah fam, I'm going home. I don't want to be part of this mining operation. I was born a fisherman, I'll die a fisherman. Okay, so after many minutes of messing around with this guy, we finally got him in his new little enclosure there. And we'll just close that one up. How do I get my minecart back? Oh, this is a pain. There we go. And I'll have to do some mining to get that one back. Well, in a weird way, the villagers probably the hardest part. So the second hardest part is now going to be to get a zombie. It's like stalking some rare and endangered animal. I wouldn't know what that's like, but I imagine it's pretty similar. We've been out here a little while, and I mean, yeah, the sun has only just gone down, but I can't see any zombies just yet. Hang on a minute. There's one. Cool, right. Let's get rid of some of the things that are in between us. Get rid of that spider. My aim is absolutely terrible. You might be wondering why I don't use a bow, why I use a crossbow. You'll find with this series a lot of the time, I like doing the stuff that looks cool, and I think crossbows look cooler than the bows, so I use those instead. You know, it's not all about the easy way; it's about the cool way, in my opinion. So right, let's get him over here. Come on. Hey, I didn't say you could bring a friend. It's leather armoured zombie following behind him. You're not invited. Bugger off. We done him? There we go, he's gone. Right. Is he gone? No, he's not. It's very dark. Okay, right. Let's get him in this. Anything else? No, that's alright. Cool, let's get him in. Let's get him in the old minecart there. Right. Come to me. No, no, no. Yes. Hey, look at his little leg sticking out the bottom. Oh dearie me. We'll give him a name. He's going to be called C23B, or C-23B, because he is a part and not a person. He is a part of a machine and not anything particularly interesting or special. But now we've got to get this off him without him attacking me. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's get rid of that. So, what actually turned out to be sometime later, you now join me in my observation chamber of where the iron golems spawn. As you can see, they'll spawn in this sort of like water chamber area. We'll just wait for one to spawn. Should be any second now. He says. Any second. Wait for the magic. It's coming. It's coming. There he is. And what will happen is he will actually usually not spawn halfway in the wall, but he will then get swept down into the lava there, where he will then burn to death, and his lovely iron ingots will be picked up by our hoppers. So, we weren't down there very long, and we actually managed to get just over a stack and a half of iron. It was about in the same amount of time it took me to go downstairs and feed my cat, make a lovely cup of coffee. So yeah, it's a fairly efficient farm, although I will admit, isn't working entirely properly. I am also trying to travel down this road while facing the wrong way, is turning out to be a little more cumbersome than I thought. But yeah, so a fairly efficient farm. I will get it working properly at some point, but at the moment, I mean, to be honest, it's doing what I want. It's getting me the iron, and yeah, that's what I mean. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. That's the end of episode 5 of For the Kingdom. I have also got a tutorial videos running alongside these as well. At the moment we've got, build your first starter house, like a simple one, and how to do roads, like the ones seen here. So if you want to check that one out, they're also on my channel. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Erebus_Ignis. And the logo is the same as the one on YouTube. So that's all from me. That's the end of episode 5. I'll see you next week for episode 6 of For the Kingdom. Have a good night or good day. Goodbye. How very silly.